risotto di farro, cavolo nero e zucca. A barley risotto with butternut squash and kale. That's pure winter comfort. I just love it. So let's get going with the risotto. We begin with the oil, put some onion in there. A little bit of salt. Let's add the carrots, a little celery. Okay, and we let that cook. So here is the barley. Barley is a grain. You can't just take raw barley and throw it in there and cook it. It cooks much longer. Barley takes about 45 minutes to cook thoroughly. So you take some barley, you put some plain water, and you cook it with a few bay leaves, just like that. And you cook it until it's halfway cooked, just like that. I'm gonna throw away the bay leaves. The bay leaves give it a flavor. Just gonna throw a little bit of white wine to break down the vegetables a little bit. And now we can throw in the barley. So once you have halfway cooked the barley will not grow anymore. So the volume that you have here is the volume of the risotto that you will have. So now let me put some salt. And at this point, we begin slowly to add the hot stock. I have some butternut squash here, peeled and cut in cubes. You can put any squash you have in here. You can put other vegetables that you like. Why not? Just keep in mind the cooking time of each. This takes about good 20 minutes to half an hour because I want it to break down. So I'm gonna throw it right in. Okay. A little bit more of the stock. And then the kale, we'll put the kale in. So just clean the leaves and cut into pieces. And of course, this will shrink into 1/3 the volume that is here once it's cooking. Just like that. Now I need to salt the squash and the kale. Some more of the chicken stock. Lower the flame. You let this cook for about 10 minutes. I think I will put a little drizzle of oil still on top here. Just like that. And cover it and come back to it periodically. Stir it, add some stock until it is done. I will clean up and come back to it periodically. Okay, this risotto looks luscious. Let me just kind of show you the texture of it. Look how nice and creamy, and the squash has a little bite to it. And now the last step is called mantecare. So what you do to mantecare is you have a few cubes of butter like this at room temperature, and you just throw them in like that. And the fire is off. And then mix it in. Okay, so the butter is all mixed in. Now, the grated cheese. And you want to mix that in well. Okay, yummy. I am ready. Are you with me? Okay, so. And I think this is enough for a portion, a nice, good winter portion. I think you can put a piece of cheese at the table and have your guests grate it themselves just like that, because there's something about cheese being grated the last minute. It kind of just comes up and fills all of your senses, and you just start salivating. You want to get into that dish. And, you know, I chose a little bit of Friulano, a nice glass of Friulano. It has a nice acidity and then a nice almond finish with it, which I think will just finish this off beautifully. The risotto, when you have something like that hot, you eat it around. That's where it begins to cool. That's what we did always at home. So you go around because it touches the plate here and it's a little cooler. So. Delicioso. Perfect match. Really, really good. But you know, I'm slowly gonna nibble this, go around and around. So, come on, come and join me. Tutti a tavola a mangiare.
To learn more about Lidia, access to videos, and to get recipes, tips, techniques, and much more, visit us online at lidiasitaly.com.